It's December 2nd, 2014. This is Zorrita. She's a little dog. She's actually the biggest of the puppies. She's the most massive. Fenris is actually just a little bit bigger in his overall dimensions, but it's because of his long legs and long body. I haven't weighed him, but I'm pretty sure this is the most massive of the poopers. Poopy. She's the fuzzy one. She's got her face. She's got the fuzzy face, and she's more like her mama in that respect. The others have fur that lies pretty smooth and flat. She's the most cuddly of the bunch. Some of the others will jump on me and they want to be petted and cuddled a little bit, but she's just a cuddle button. So she'll crawl up and she'll just snuggle with me. She'll let me pet her. And the others are more or less, okay, you can pet me, but I want to just basically use you as a heating pad. Yeah. This is my cuddle head. So I guess she's about 7 months old. May 21st, I believe, was her birth date. She was number 2. Oh, number 2. Dorcas was the first puppy born. And then she was the second. And I named her Zorrita. It's a story there. I've got a bit of a cold, so talking provokes a cough. Provokes a cough. She was the second one born. Dorcas was a hard birth. She came out breech, feet first. Zorrita came out head first and was in a... I actually have a video of her being born, I believe. Oh, no, I have still photos of her. I videoed Dorcas, and then I left the room for a few minutes, and out popped the other two, Brunhilde and Fenris. Fenris is the boy, named for the Norse wolf god that caused Ragnarok, or was a big part of Ragnarok. On her back, Zorrita's back, she had a shape that looked like a 2. And she was the second one born. And since a 2 roughly looks like a Z, I decided to give her the name Zorrita. That mark has pretty much almost vanished by now. At first, as she got older, it straightened out into a white line. And I think, I don't know, I haven't looked lately, but it was probably mostly gone by now. So she likes to sleep with me. She likes to cuddle with me. She's the smartest of the bunch, I think. Because in the morning, I usually put them out because, they'll be underfoot and they'll be pooping and peeing like poopers and peeing. And, if I'm doing things in the house and I got the front door open, I don't want the dogs running in and out of the front door, potentially getting lost in the street. And so, in the morning I feed them. I take 2 cans of dog food out. Usually some variation of this stuff. This is not a commercial. Unless, of course, Pedigree, you want to send me like 50 cases of this so I can keep my little poopers in poop food. And yeah. The others go out and they eat the food. They have dry food, so they could live without it. But they go outside, they eat the wet food. But silly head here realizes what I'm doing and always runs in. Now, since it's a Saturday, I let her come in, and it's just a little time for her and me right now, because she's a little fuzzy dog. However, when I've got to go to work, I'm not going to leave them in the house during the day for them to chew up things, knock things over, break things, poop all over the house. So I don't want them in the house while I'm gone to work. But she always comes in, and so sometimes I have to. Generally, if I have time, I'll pick her up and I'll cuddle her a bit before I put her out the back door manually. But sometimes I'm in a hurry and I have to just pick her up and put her outside. And I'm sure she don't like that. It's cold out there. I've been thinking about getting a doghouse for outside so that, when I'm not home, they have a nice, cuddly, warm spot to go to outside. They do have the garage to go into, though as far as I know, they never go in there. And we're still coming up on the coldest part of the year. It hasn't gotten to the snowy part of the year. It doesn't usually snow down here. When I say snowy, I'm referring to the mountains around here. Toro Park, Fremont's Peak. Usually for a few days in late December, early January, there's snow up at Fremont's Peak. Some years, well, not Fremont's Peak. Some years we get snow at Fremont's Peak. Usually, almost every year, we get snow for a few days at Toro Peak, Mount Toro. And some years you can see snow up and down the mountains of the valley, up and down the valley. So far that hadn't happened this year. About 2 more weeks of school left, teaching. And then I got a 3-week break, which on one hand it's nice to have 3 weeks off, on another hand that's 3 weeks without pay, so that hurts. Now if I was getting paid like a full-time teacher, it wouldn't hurt as much. Yeah. This is not a kitty. Although I sleep with the kitties, and the kitties cuddle with me too. My baby Apophis, he likes to sleep with me. He's the orange cat, and the young one, the one from Hartnell, the one I saved from Hartnell. He sleeps with me. He sleeps with the puppies. Puppies like to chew on him, and he's a real tolerant cat. Sometimes Anubis is getting more tolerant in that he'll lay on me when I'll have a couple of puppies on me. But if the puppies start wiggling around or they start sniffing at him, he starts going, "Arr." And then last night, Fenris just kept pushing it, getting a little too closer, and I was trying to comfort Anubis, my big white cat, and all of a sudden he just reached out and slapped Fenris, and I reached out and I put my arm between the two of them because Fenris started to fight back, and I was facing having a dog fight, cat fight on my chest, and I pushed Fenris away, and I just cuddled him for about a half hour. Dorcas was laying on the chair right next to Anubis, and Anubis started going and looking down at her, and I thought, oh no, he could really do some damage if he decided to attack her. So I comforted him and I held him, and he was going for about half an hour before he finally fell asleep again on me. The things I do for love and dogs and cats. So today I'm going to try to do some housework. See what I can do to clean up the house. Clean up the dog poop. He's a dog pooping dog. So, and I have to get up from holding this little puppy here. Oh no. Puppy! That's all for now.